I'm lately spamming you with AMD processors, AMD graphic cards and AMD based motherboards. Now today we have here the MSI Radeon RX 5700 MECH OC edition. This is 8 gigs graphic card. It's fairly obvious that this is the Ventus design, but still this is something fairly interesting. And it has two fans. These are Torx fan 3.0 and they're using two brand new fans which are keeping the low temperatures and stable performance, which are guaranteed. We'll test that, of course. I'm just saying what it says here on the box. Now the next feature that they pointed out was cooling starts at the base, so 6mm copper heat pipes with optimized layout increases the dissipation efficiency using a direct contact design. So basically they changed that as well, did they? Now we will see that, we will get to that part when we test temperatures and stuff like that. Premium backbone, it has a sturdy backplate which helps to straighten the graphic card and complements the design and look even better. That's true, and I have to agree on that, just because we had before graphic cards that didn't have the backplate, and honestly they were, it's not that I don't like the PCB board, it's just hideous. I mean, honestly, think finally they decided to place on like almost every single graphic card the backplate, which, you know, if you don't go vertical you're gonna see the top and it doesn't look nice. I said it a couple of times, some backplates have the possibility to cool down the top chips on the PCB board, but that's a different story for another time. Here we have something very interesting. Now the minimum power supply for this graphic card is 600 watts or greater, of course. I would definitely recommend using a new type, new generation of AMD processors with it, but it doesn't matter. This is also AMD celebrating 50 years of innovation. Now I don't know if this is something new or whatever. It's MECH OC version. It has 7 nanometers, Fidelity FX, FreeSync, 2 HDR, RDNA architecture. Now let's unbox it. So here we go, guys. Now I did mention 600 watts, which is minimum for this graphic card. As I said, I always go at least 50 above the recommended, just in case. You have 8-pin connector here for the power supply. You have 2 heat pipes right here running on the front, and at the back you have 3 heat pipes going directly to the core, cooling the core. As I said, and as you can see from the close-ups, the graphic card has very interesting design with the Torx fan 3.0, but it does resemble to the Ventus. Also, the backplate has standard lines, MSI logo, you have the serial code over here, and when it comes to connection, you have 3 DisplayPort cables, 3 DisplayPort connectors, and 1 HDMI. So basically this graphic card could be something new that would be very interesting. We're going to test it, of course. We're going to check the temperatures of the graphic card, which is most important, of course, when it comes to cooling while gaming in long sessions, of course. And of course we're going to check the FPS in certain games, and of course those benchmarks as well, to get some insights on the graphic card. So basically I already did some tests, I already ran some tests in the Cinebench R15, and it got like 160 FPS, which is just amazing. But that's I would say a virtual benchmark which doesn't predict some movements, multiplayer, actual addition of the players and stuff like that. So basically we're going to play some games. That's the easiest way how to do it. So what do you say about the MSI Radeon RX 5700 MECH OC edition. Now the thing is, I only played PUBG because the Battlefield 5 for some reason won't show the display HUD with the FPS and stuff like that and temperatures, but nevertheless we did test on PUBG and it was all on ultra settings. Now you've seen the FPS go from about 97 to 122, I think, yeah, 22, and it's quite interesting because ultra settings and the RX 5700. It's going to be interesting when I'm going to test the 5700 XT, and really curious about the results. Now, to make some comparison to other graphic cards, I tested the GTX 1616 Ti Ventus XS, and it had on ultra settings around, I would say, 10 FPS lower. When you get into the crowded parts where everybody falls from the plane and stuff like that, you usually get even lower FPS no matter the graphic card. It just has the FPS drop because all the players are in one spot, and then you have network lag, more or less, and stuff like that. So the temperatures were constantly around 68 to 71, which the Torx fan 3.0 really cooled the graphic card nicely. I mean, of course, the two front fans and the outtake make a difference. If you don't have two intakes and you don't have a fan that makes an outtake of the whole situation inside going, you will have higher temperatures. But I mean, this is actually a really nice card for the money you pay for. It has two fans, it looks nice. It's not a huge graphic card, as you can see. I placed it here currently on the Micro ATX board, and you can build really nice cool build, make it even smaller than this. I was testing a couple of motherboards and different components inside, and you have like loads of space around. You could practically place two builds in here. But the MSI Radeon RX 5700 MECH OC edition is really nice because it goes 10 to, I would say, even 15 FPS more on ultra settings in PUBG. You get nice temperatures. 71 is quite alright. I mean, if you go with stronger cards, of course they're gonna be even warmer, but I don't see a problem. And even the close gap with the Noctua fan here, the radiator, it's like maybe 1 centimeter. It doesn't affect the graphic card at all. So basically, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video because it's kind of different to actually make a comparison between two graphic cards in a way, because I'm still collecting loads of data from other graphic cards, and when I get more graphic cards into testing with different games and stuff like that, then you'll have more charts to compare different FPS, temperatures, stuff like that, even benchmarks. So yeah, it kind of makes more sense than now. But for games like PUBG, even if you play Fortnite, I mean, it's the same thing. I actually pushed the Ultra just to see how the graphic card, and actually I have here the Ryzen 5 3600X, so that kind of helps a bit, I mean a lot. So it's a nice pair. Actually, it's a really nice pair. And if you want to add like 36 without the X on the side and go with some older motherboard like B450, flash the BIOS, and then you get a really decent PC for less money. I mean, it works, it really does. It doesn't have problems with drivers as it had before. So yeah, definitely guys, this is it. This is the final conclusion. Really cool graphic card. It cools really well, it looks really nice, it has a nice price, and you get all the FPS you want if you're playing those games that you need to lower down the details, not because of the graphic card but because of the better viewability in the environment. So yeah, I'll put the links below for the MSI webpage, of course, for you to check the graphic card in more details, which you didn't see here or something like that, and of course for where to buy it. So that's it. If you like the video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe below, press the bell for notification when the new video comes up, and well, see you next time guys, bye bye.